You've suffered concussions, and you were part of this lawsuit against the NFL, in which a settlement was reached for $765 million. Now, we're just getting the details, and we got more yesterday, and more is coming out today. But I guess the way it's going to work is that if you want to claim some of this money, you're going to have to go to someone who decides who gets what. Is that your understanding? Because I'm under the understanding that your medical benefits run out this year from the NFL. So is this something that you're going to look into, who you have to talk to get some of the settlement?
Well, it's all going to be run through the courts, and those that have filed will be processed first. Those extreme cases are going to be of priority in this, which is very important and why I got involved to begin with. This has never been about me. It's been about all the guys that have suffered immensely in this. And, my own personal dealings with it, I just put my name on it so I could put my story to it because I felt it needed to be told as I toured around the country and realized this was a very common thread I shared with a lot of my football brothers. And the things that were happening to me. This agreement is a good agreement in a lot of ways. Not exactly what you always want in amount, but I think an acceptable one in that the public can say if the players accept this agreement, because ultimately the court has to say that there's no objections, that the majority of the people involved in this suit have agreed to it, and they're moving forward. It will, I believe, send a message, to the public that the players have never been in this for money since the beginning of this started. This is about the recognition of this injury, and you don't throw $765 million at a problem. No matter, you could say, all you want that this is not an admission of guilt, whatever. $765 million is a pretty big admission of something, and I think that is very important that happen right now because, this is an injury that can't wait for the legal system to take its course. There are guys that are suffering right now, families that have been affected by this for quite some time that need to be made whole.
Well, and you talk about how those that have signed up for for the lawsuit, ex-NFLers not in it for the money. It's funny because we had Hank Bauer on yesterday, who, of course, is a former San Diego Charger like yourself, a broadcaster with the Chargers as well. And if you know Hank at all, Kyle, and I'm sure you do, he's quite a character. But what he had to say yesterday, and I wanted to get your perspective on it, he felt that there were a lot of players that were on this, not all of them, not like yourself, but not all of them, but there would be some that would be jumping on board with this thing as a cash grab. What do you think about that?
I think the science has proven that football causes CTE, and CTE is now a known disease. I think any individual that participated in the sport of football up to the level of being a legitimate player in the National Football League, someone who has got vested status, you've earned that. And I would dare say that every player in the National Football League post-mortem will show whether it's one or two little inklings of CTE, something that has gone wrong in their brain develops these proteins. So, the science is there. We understand it. This settlement is about the neglect that's gone on for too long and about moving forward, as any settlement is. It's not about who wins or loses. It's how do we go forward from this, because this is not a win or lose situation. This is a lose-lose situation if we don't collectively come together, because we've already had, in the sport of football, it's the most dangerous game. We've had 3 kids die in youth football already. The season hasn't even started. It just barely got started, I think, this week. And in pre-scrimmages and pre-season games that they've shown, I mean, we've seen a kid have life flighted from the field on ESPN in a high school game. The only way we're going to find answers is if we move forward and not keep these attorneys and all this money bogged down for the next 25 years that the union would rather us do, because now all of a sudden they want to get in the fight. These lawyers and all these people that have been involved in this for quite some time, like I said, deserve the reprieve now. And moving forward, I think it sets a precedent that should resonate, that, we need to address this issue. Otherwise, it's going to potentially cost you a lot of money if you don't.
Well, how do we go about solving it then, Kyle? Because I look at football, and yes, the NFL has tried to make changes with what is legal and headshots and leading with your helmet and all the things surrounding that, and different rule changes and different penalties, different fines, and increasing the fines. I don't know if any of that is going to work. And if you want to have football the way it is in anything that resembles the NFL of today, I think concussions and head trauma has to be an inherent risk throughout that process. I don't know if you can get rid of it. Do you disagree? What are your feelings on the future of the NFL?
It's funny how people think. Of course not. This is an obvious, dangerous game. We accept it as players. When I chose to play this game in high school, I knew there was a possibility of death when I walked on that football field, because it's happened before. And it's happened in football more often than in any other sport. And I understood that was happening. What I didn't understand was that the medical care that was given to me was going to be false. That was going to be intentionally against what I should be doing to recover from my injuries, whether it be a back injury or a knee or a concussion. The league and the union have failed to put into place proper medical staffs on sidelines, and that is where it lies. We need proper medical staffs to address this injury that can deal with it properly. Time is of the essence in head injuries and dealing with the brain, and every moment counts. And today or this weekend, we're going to have a lot of kids out on football fields this year with they're not going to have an ambulance nearby. They're not going to have trainers on the sidelines. And there's going to be concussions had that are going to be neglected because nobody knows what's going on. If we understand, we know what's going on, we can hold these kids out of these games, allow their brains to heal, because the science has proven that you can heal from a concussion. So you can throw the argument out about, well, what about when you were 10 years old and you slipped on the ice? Well, when I slipped on the ice, my mom didn't ratchet me right back up and with some ammonia caps and send me back out on the ice to run and bash my head in again 50 more times. So, these are elementary things to me, because that's the way I think. But, I guess, we should all live in South Park world where, we go from one end to the complete other before we realize that the truth lies right in the middle.
Kyle, you not only talk the talk, you walk the walk, because your third album that is coming out, Skull Shaker, it's coming out on September 24th. You're going to help raise concussion awareness in football by proceeds from that album going towards that cause, and good on you for that. And we talk a lot of hockey here, and be it with concussion safety, what have you, and we talk about how it has to start with the NHL. In most cases, for effective change all the way down to the kids level. And Kyle, I wanted to bring up the proceeds of your third album going towards concussion awareness, because you are doing something about it. But is there anything that you would have in mind that you might be a part of that outside of obviously this lawsuit settlement that is headed towards or aiming towards creating some change at the highest level, and that being, of course, the NFL?
Well, again, obviously, they don't throw that type of money around unless, their admission of this is obviously apparent, and they just legally can say, well, we, don't take admission on this, but here's a bunch of money, and get people to try and take it. This is a settlement. That's how it works, is when you go to court. This settlement is what it is, and again, it is to provide for those that have been involved in this from the beginning and have stood alongside it. I love being on all these shows that I've been on the last couple of days, and every one of these people that has an opinion about the settlement isn't involved in the settlement and hasn't put their name to it. Every one of these analysts on ESPN and Fox Sports down the line, when they say, are you involved in this lawsuit, such and such? Oh, no, I'm not involved. And why didn't you do it? Well, I did it because of this reason, that reason. Yeah, really. That's just a convenient thing that every one of you is not involved in this suit when everybody else is involved. So there's been a charge of neglect here that has been perpetuated that I hope ends. And that's where I think that this resolution or settlement, if you will, can provide the most benefit in that, okay, let's move forward. Let's learn from what we've done here so that we can start finding answers. We were not going to find the answers sitting in a courtroom for the next 20 years trying to figure it out while we have publicity that is going to continue to happen where guys are in these horrific situations are going to be shown, and that shiny shield isn't going to be so shiny anymore. So the threat of that alone should create and push the change needed. Again, hopefully they will just resolve it in the simplest forms, and that how football was originally taught. It won't change from here or to the next day. Concussions will happen on every play. It's inevitable. It's about treating the concussion and our ability to assess these concussions and when these kids should go back to play. Because as it stands, that's where the problem lies.
Well, Kyle, you've obviously been a big part of trying to change things, and looks like things are headed in the right direction. Continued success. Thanks a lot for joining us today.
No, thank you guys. Take care.